What up, guys? CatPTCG here with another Worlds format deck list. This is another one where it's really more of a simpler, less tech-heavy deck, more focused towards testing and less towards being an optimal deck. I don't think that this is an optimal list. This is not. This is more made to be consistent and function, and less optimized for the World Championships. I believe I've said that in my other video. Anyways, let's get into the deck. So, 4-4, this is Zoroark Banette. I probably should have said that earlier. So, 4-4, Zoroark line. Pretty standard for Zoroark decks. A 3-3 Banette line. This is probably more heavy than it needs to be, but just for seeing if the deck functions, I'm putting in a 3-3 line. So, because the cards are not out yet, I have no way of, I just have to type in Shuppet and hope it's the right one. So this is actually not the preferred Shuppet, in my opinion. While the attack is debatably better, it is resistant to fighting. They both are, and this one has, 10 less HP. The other one has 60 HP, and is also resistant to fighting, which means instead of being able to Sledgehammer or Jet Punch with a strong energy in a Diancie, they need a Beast energy in a Diancie, which is way more difficult to do. Also, the attack can do 80 damage to anything that's weak to Psychic, as long as that's a Choice Band. So that's pretty good, and they have to deal with that instead of dealing with something else. So this is definitely not the optimal Shuppet, but it's the only one I could find. 3 Banette GX. The ability is that you can move a damage counter, I believe, from anywhere to anywhere, meaning that you can use a rainbow energy, and then put the damage counter somewhere. This makes a lot of matchups so much better. Like, you can do this on a Greninja, and then be able to one-shot it as long as they don't evolve into a break. You can do this onto a, Buzzwole, the baby Buzzwole, and you can one-shot that with Riotous Beating. You can, if you have 10 supporters in your discard pile, and a Choice Band on the Banette, you can move a damage counter onto a Lele, Guzma the Lele, and one-shot it with, its attack. The ability is just so good. It has to be active for you to get the effect out, but that's usually not, that usually doesn't hinder much. The attack does 30 damage, and then 10 more for each supporter in your discard pile. You can only add 100 damage, with this effect. So it does cap out at 130 damage without any modifiers, which is still really good. And then the GX Attack Tomb Hunt is the exact same thing as the Decidueye. You can put 3 cards from your discard pile into your hand, which makes it very good for recycling. 3 Lele, just because you need to streamline getting out Brigette, so Lele is very nice. 1 Oranguru, just to recycle things. I think this is a staple in most Zoroark decks by now. Just very good card to recycle puzzles and disruption and really anything. And then 1 Fairy Lele. This is a text that I will include for the Rayquaza matchup. I don't even know if Rayquaza is that great in my testing. It seems pretty bad. But I still feel like 1 copy of Tapu Lele is worth including for now, because this is the one tech that I feel like is going to be almost a staple in a lot of decks. This and the Sylveon EX, and I have found that Tapu Lele is better than Sylveon in this deck specifically. So that's why Tapu Lele is included, even though I said that I'm trying to avoid techs. This is one that I feel like should be in here. 4N, just consistency. You probably really don't need 4, you probably only need 3. 3 Brigette, just for streamlining, getting out Zoruas. 3 Guzmas, just a very good supporter in general. 1 Mallow. Mallow is great for getting what you want out of trade. 1 Cynthia, just to shuffle draw supporter. 1 Sycamore, another draw support. And then 1 Acerola, just for healing, basically. You could cut an N for a Copycat. I do find that a 1-of Copycat is pretty helpful in most Zoroark decks, for the mirror match. So, I am considering playing Copycat. 2 Parallel City. Just Parallel City is an amazing card in Zoroark decks, especially against other Zoroark decks. 4 Ultra Ball to get out your Pokemon, get out Lele for Brigette turn 1, get out Zoroarks, get a lot of things out fast. 4 Puzzle Time. Puzzle Time is just pretty good for getting what you need from the discard pile. 3 Field Blower for getting rid of Garbodor's tools, getting rid of Parallel Cities, getting rid of really any tools is very helpful. 2 Evosoda because you want to evolve as fast as possible, so having Evosodas out to evolve quickly without having to discard cards from your hand is amazing. 2 Choice Band. Choice Band is pretty good because it allows you to do more damage. Like I said, it allows you to hit Lele for good numbers. So, yeah, Choice Band is pretty nice. Would say it's almost necessary in Zoroark decks. Probably really necessary, but I'm not sure about that. I want to say that. 1 Floatstone, just because you sometimes need to retreat. I don't think 2 is necessary at the moment. There aren't that many decks that are very hardcore stall, so Floatstone isn't that needed. 1 Enhanced Hammer, because Enhanced Hammer is amazing. This is a card where you could probably convince me to run 4 in a Zoroark deck even, and I'd be like, okay. Seems weird, but not that bad. Enhanced Hammer is just so good in Zoroark, being able to push your mirror match a little bit more, and I know that they'll also be playing Enhanced Hammer in parallel, but if you don't play those, you have no chance of winning instead of being equal. 4 DCEs, just because you need to attack with Zoroark. Then 4 Rainbow. I really don't think that 4 Rainbow is necessary, but because I'm doing a heavier Banette line than normal, I feel like 4 Rainbow is also good to make the deck work. I think probably the Rainbow Energy could go, 1 Rainbow Energy. 1 N could go, 1 Banette GX could go. That's probably the only things that I would say could easily be cut, just from, just thinking about it. I don't know what you would put in, but, this is my list. Like I said, it's more meant to be functional, for testing and not optimal. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you liked this deck. Leave a like and subscribe if you did. And I'll see you in the next